Here's how I made my first kimchi with no experience. First, I started by splitting open the Napa cabbage into quarters and chopped them down into bite-sized pieces. After giving them a good wash, I sprinkled a generous amount of salt, almost to the point where I thought it was too much salt. And while letting it sit and draw out the moisture, I prepared the sauce, which includes garlic, ginger, fish sauce, gochugaru, and some sugar. And a couple of pieces of green onion just for good measure. Now, I didn't really measure the ingredients and just went with vibes, but I'll write down the rough estimates in the captions. And at this point, the cabbage has been resting for about an hour and a good amount of moisture has been drawn out by the salt that the stems were flexibly bending. I gave the cabbage a good rinse to wash off the salt, then I just mixed in the sauce and that's pretty much done. I always thought that making kimchi was really complicated and hard to do, but I realized it gets as complicated as you make it. So this is a very simplified recipe with a lot of missing ingredients, but it still turned out really good. And I did make the mistake of washing it twice, which washed off too much of the saltiness. Kimchi is supposed to be salty, and by washing it again, it did lose some of the flavor. And I also realized that I put too much pepper flakes because it is pretty spicy, but I like spicy, so it's alright. I'll see you on the next one.